This video is about the newest West Coast Avengers comic book series, which started in 2024 and is published by Marvel Comics, with a focus on the multiple sizzling hot female superheroes. They are presented on a chronological series of covers from issue number 1 in 2024 to issue number 10 in 2025. As the covers go by, lots of fascinating information is provided, including information about each specific issue, but is not intended to correspond to the specific cover being shown. Female superheroes include Firestar, Spider-Woman, and Scarlet Witch. The series starts off in issue number 1 as follows. Ultron returns redeemed? Iron Man and War Machine have put together a new team of Avengers, one that includes villains seeking a path to redemption. Their case study, Ultron, who against all odds seems to be walking the straight and narrow, for now. But does the success of one guarantee the success of all? Spider-Woman and Firestar have their doubts. And can any amount of heroics really absolve Ultron of his past? For issue number 2, new member, Firestar flames out. Firestar officially joins the West Coast Avengers. But the plan for her to mentor redeemed villains like Ultron and newcomer Blue Bolt collapses when it becomes clear she's seeking redemption of her own. Her time undercover with Orcus left scars and made her a pariah. Can the West Coast Avengers stop her downward spiral? For issue number 3, as a second Ultron appears and declares himself leader of a terrifying new religion, Iron Man and War Machine reveal at last how their Ultron became a hero. For issue number 4, sparks fly. A troubled Firestar and the newest and least tested member of the West Coast Avengers, Blue Bolt, makes an unexpected connection. But will a volatile romance strengthen the team or burn it down? For issue number 5, Flag Smasher returns. Steve Rogers' Dark Trouble takes on the West Coast Avengers, and he's out for blood. Can Iron Man and War Machine's ragtag team survive a villain who nearly conquered the whole world? As the West Coast Avengers try to stay afloat after their encounter with Flag Smasher, a new group of ruffians have come to disrupt them, and it's the Avengers. Are they there for Ultron, or do they have a bigger issue with Iron Man's other team? For issue number 7, will the real Wonder Man please stand up? Killer Watt is the first somewhat reformed villain in a work release program built by Tony Stark for his West Coast Avengers team. But he still needs some work to soften these rough edges. What better way to gain the public's trust than by taking on a revered Avengers legacy name like Wonder Man? Only one problem. Simon Williams, the real Wonder Man, is still alive and kicking. For issue number 8, the competition between the Ultrons kicks into high gear as the West Coast Avengers finally take on the Church of Ultron. And as they battle Ultron's loyal followers, another threat looms. What's Flag Smasher been up to in prison? Issue number 9, Ultron Civil War. As the Church of Ultron clashes with a new iteration, Omega Ultron, the West Coast Avengers race to contain the fallout. But where does their own Ultron stand? For issue number 10, The Mark of Ultron Omega. Omega Ultron and his followers take on the West Coast Avengers for a final showdown. But as the West Coast Ultron's life hangs in the balance, can the team pull together to save him? And what will it cost Tony Stark if they succeed? In the near future, do you want a live-action movie made about the West Coast Avengers? If so, are there any actors or actresses that you want to have play which character or characters? Do you have any movie plot ideas? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Marvel Comics playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.